Finished up the Book of Ruth, and I really enjoyed that story. It's a very simple, but yet important story. I say this because it might be one of the most important stories. So to make a quick summary, I want to say the name is Naomi. I could be butchering it, but Naomi was married. She had 2 sons and a husband. All 3 of them died. They didn't really say how they died. They just said they died. But long story short, since pretty much everyone died, Naomi only had her 2 daughter-in-laws because her 2 sons were married, so she only had 2 daughter-in-laws left with her. So Naomi was like, well, I'm just going to go back to my hometown. I forgot the other daughter-in-law name, but it started with O. Then you have Ruth. Anyway, the mother, she was like, hey, you and Ruth, y'all go back to your families. Y'all need to stay with me no more. But Ruth was like, no, I'm gonna stay with you. She was basically like, your people are my people. Your God is my God. Because the other daughter-in-law, I forgot, like I said, I think it started with O. She went back to her people, and Naomi told her, like, basically, yeah, you can go back to your people, go worship your other gods. So these are 2 women that didn't necessarily believe in the Lord at the moment. That's what I'm taking from it. But anyway, fast forward, Ruth and Naomi go back to Naomi's hometown, and there she meets Boaz. Boaz is a wealthy man, and he pretty much takes Ruth under her wing just to keep her safe. And he knew, I forgot, he had some type of relationship with Naomi. Was he Naomi's uncle? I don't know. Some type of relationship he had. These relationships in the Bible story get me confused sometimes, but long story short, Boaz ends up marrying Ruth. Boaz is a good guy, very humble. The story is pretty much of redemption, where Naomi was very heartbroken over losing her family. She was pretty much God's taking everything from me, so it's kind of, she was depressed. But then throughout the story though, she didn't curse God or anything like that. She kept, it's like, hey, Ruth, I want you to go, marry Boaz, and may the Lord bless you, and just as dark as things were for her, she still was, had faith. And that story ended up turning around where, like I said, Boaz and Ruth ended up having a son, and Naomi was head over heels in love with that son. So that happiness that she lost came back to her through her grandchild. And the cool thing about this story, the way it ended, was they pretty much, the child that Boaz and Ruth are pretty much the great grandparents of King David. From basically that child that they had, ended up becoming the grandparent of David, I believe, which is dope. But that also goes even further. That means that Ruth is directly tied to the lineage of Jesus. Because if you don't know, Jesus was born from the lineage of King David. So I was like, that's pretty dope. I see the connections in the Bible. So anyway, just wanted to drop that. Y'all take care.